Hello, YouTube. I'm George. This is the Happy Chronicles. Today, we're going to actually visit what I know as the only known ghost town. Ghost town here in the Bay Area. It was once a thriving community. It started off as Wine Haven. Wine Haven was, well, hence the wine, was a winery. It was started way back at the turn of the century, 1900 something. It operated through Prohibition for sacramental wine, or whatever the heck they call it in the Catholic religion. It was the wine that's used in religious processes. That's how they got away with processing wine. I'm sure there was a lot of other drinking going on other than that, but they stayed alive. Then, at some point in time, I do know a little bit of the history, but I don't know enough to give you times and dates. It was converted to the naval base of Point Molate's Naval Fuel Center. Okay, and up until the 90s, it operated through the United States Navy. There was actually an entry gate up the road here, which that's the hill. It goes down. And about, less than a mile up the road there was an actual gate you had to access with permission, because there was another entity or two out at the end of Point Molate's point here. So you actually went through the town to get to there. There was also, and you've seen my other videos, the San Pablo Harbor, which we locals like to call the San Pablo Yacht Club. Yes. So today we're going to be riding down into the old town and just kind of taking a look around. Now, it is all marked no trespassing, and there is signs. I don't do that. I don't go inside. I don't do all the illegal explore. I'm a little too old to be getting arrested or just even ticketed for trespassing. Don't need that kind of drama in my life. So we're gonna hop on the bike here and we're gonna make a speed run into town because it's quite the hill. Hopefully I don't get hit. Hopefully I can do this with ease. Oh yeah, so here's the downhill, folks. Oh yeah. So we're coming down the road. There's only one way in and one way out of Point Molate, unless you have a boat. And there's the East Brother Lighthouse over there in the distance. And we're coming around, there's the old warehouse, and there it is, there's Wine Haven. And it's a brick structure. It made it through Loma Prieta way back when. There's the other concrete structure that was built later. I think that's the storage facility. This is the town. Let me slow down. This is the old power plant. This was a steam power plant. It had its own power source for, I guess, its beginning. Building 13, condemned. We'll take a little ride in there, and we'll take a look inside there after we ride through town. As you can see, well, through the trees sorta, here's the actual old housing. That was where all the people in Wine Haven lived, and then when it was converted over to the Navy, that's where all the Navy people lived. These buildings are all part of a historic preservation, historic buildings here in California, so they can't be torn down. But unfortunately, the housing over here, everybody thought, well, this would make great rentals. They're full of asbestos. So they're preserved. As you can see, there's tarps up there. Here's the old firehouse. Okay, they had 2 trucks for themselves, and it was pretty neat. Now, you can see all these old houses. I don't know the count, but there are quite a few of them. Up there, that grand house on the hill was actually the people who ran the winery, I imagine, because it's the biggest, best house. And then that was the Commandant's residence for the naval base. When the Navy was here, I actually knew people who lived out here, and I had the privilege, I guess, of being able to come out here and visit every once in a while. Kids had their own playground. They went to school in Richmond. They were bussed over. And it was quite a little neat place. Now, zooming over here, that's what you really want to see. That's the actual original structure to Winehaven. Now, as you can see, this is a bona fide ghost town. There are people that rent some of the spaces out here, and then of course, you know, you go out all the way through and up over the hill, and you have the Sailing Goat restaurant and the harbor. But that's pretty freaking cool. The trains came in here. You got all the housing up here. I'm trying to get as much as I can. And wow, it was a pretty neat little community. It has been pretty much empty and there's no caretaker. They had security out here for quite some time over the years, prevent people from taking up residency. It's pretty cool. It's the old train buildings there. That's the drive going in. And I'm going to take you up to the end here. There were little garages for cars. It was a quaint little community. Look at the view they had. The main building was kind of like a big castle. I'm going to try to get in over here, or at least pull over and see if we can get some kind of a back view. Used to be able to get a good view right over here somewhere. Let me see what I can do. All right. You know what? There's a little part in the fence right there. We might be able to get the whole darn thing. All right. So there you go, folks. That is Winehaven. This is Winehaven, or otherwise known as the Point Molate refueling station. Now, we're gonna go down the road just a little bit more here. Okay, we're not getting run over yet. Nope. And we're gonna give you a little bit more of a view of what's left here. That would have been a back way in. There's one of those little garages. The playground's actually up there. There were other structures. You can see there's a big cement pad right there. And it's a beautiful little drive. This is not a ride for the weak and the out of shape. This is 2 hills, and I have to be honest, I usually walk up at least one of them because I get a little cross training in, and it's quite the hill. I'm not much of a hill climber, never have been. Don't like to climb hills, but it is necessary. And well, on the old mule here, I have some good gearing. So we're gonna come around now. Here's where it goes up into Chevron's property. You go up and over, and it's the Rod and Gun Club for the Chevron executives. There's a whole infrastructure on the other side of that hill. Has a country club, has all kinds of neat things. Okay, so we're gonna be able to get a bit of a view here. All right, you get a view of the bridge. Let's see if we can just walk out to the top there. There is Winehaven, folks. You got a little beach there. Let's see. Let's just do a little walking over here. See if we can't get up. See if I can steady you out so you're not getting a interesting, yeah, tide's way out today too. There you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. There's Winehaven. You can see it was quite the property. Now, when the Navy took over, they added a bunch of things, and of course, all the fueling drums up on the hill, which are still there. The whole place is pretty contaminated, so you really can't do a whole lot with this property. All right, hey, there's the roller coaster. All right. All right, oh, we're kind of bumping around here. Oh, got a couple of ravens, or yeah, they look like ravens. They're too big to be crows. Hey, 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 all right. Here we go, folks. Oh, we'll get the whole shebang. All right, so not only do we get Ghost Town, but wow, look at this. Whoa, hey there. Well, not tall enough for a near-death experience. Well, actually, I guess you could say near-death. Look at that, folks. There's the Ghost Town. Let me see if I can zoom up a bit. We'll get the whole thing in. The housing, the castle, all the infrastructure with the castle, and then That is the actual Old Navy fueling dock and pier. That was the pump house out there on the point. And then ships would be docked. Then you've got, oh, hey, we got San Quentin. Anybody have any visitors? Wow, look at that, that's one big tire. Okay, and we got East Brother Lighthouse. Wow, there is actually a bed and breakfast out there. You can stay out there. It is quite the perilous journey though. You actually have to go out in a rather small boat, which has the pinion point up top, which a cable system comes down and the crane actually lifts the boat up and over onto the property, and that's how you're in and out of that. So if you want an adventure of a lifetime, that's definitely it. But the main emphasis today was the only known ghost town that I know of anyway, here in the Bay Area. Nobody's resided there in decades. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. We're gaining ground, getting some views, getting some subscribers. Thanks y'all for tuning in. Have a great day. Peace.